It's the largest exchange of prisoners since the Cold War. 26 people were released from the US, Russia and their allied countries and exchanged for one another. Evan Gershkovich from the Wall Street Journal and former US Marine Paul Whelan were among those who returned home. Caroline Malone reports from Washington.
Well, this was a deal that was months and months in the planning and highly complicated, involving multiple allies and partners of the United States and, of course, on the Russian side as well. Highly complicated negotiations, but got to the point of release of this large group of people, including US citizens. Among them, Wall Street journalist Evan Gershkovich and former Marine Paul Whelan. We heard earlier in the day from President Biden, who said it was a feat of diplomacy. This group have been unjustly held for years and all suffered unimaginably, but today their agony is over. He also said, though, that he will not stop working until every American who's wrongfully detained or held hostage around the world is reunited with their family.
All four have been imprisoned unjustly in Russia. Paul for nearly 6 years, Vladimir since 2022, Evan since March of 2023, and Alsu since October of 2023. The deal that made this possible was a feat of diplomacy and friendship. Multiple countries helped get this done. They joined a difficult, complex negotiations at my request, and I personally thank them all again. And I've thanked them personally, and I'll thank them again. All told, Russia has released 16 prisoners. 8 Russians who are being held in the West will be sent home as well. These 16 prisoners from Russia that Russia has released include 4 Americans, 5 Germans, 7 Russian citizens who are political prisoners in their own country gathered here. It's a relief to the friends and colleagues all across the country who've been praying for this day for a long time.
And that's what happened later in the evening on Thursday, when Biden and Vice President Harris were there to greet the returning prisoners along with their family members. We heard also from the White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, who was asked specifically about the difficult choice that had to be made, releasing a Russian criminal, an assassin, Vadim Krasikov, in return for some of these prisoners. And he said it was difficult to send a convicted criminal to secure the release of innocent Americans. But sometimes the choice is between doing that and leaving those people to basically live out their life in prison in a hostile foreign country or at the hands of a hostile power. So justifying the choice that they made there. Overall, though, happy moments, emotional moments seen on Thursday into the early hours of Friday with the return of these prisoners to the United States. Caroline Malone in Washington for DD India.